Good morning, everybody. It is June 9th, and here in Lehi, Utah, we have a high of 70 degrees here at 9 o'clock in the morning, going to a high of 90 degrees. So it's 21 degrees Celsius right now, and it will go to a high of 32. Warm, but not as warm as it's been this last week. We had quite high temperatures, as I will show you in my temperature topography piece. So this is actually cooling down. I'm Colette, the Highway Stitcher, and I'm here to give you my stitching from the Highway Ed and Home. And during life updates, I'll let you know on some highway stitching that's going to be coming up real soon, traveling stitching. I'm going to start out with an FO that I finished, go to my whips. I have some haul, a little bit of lace haul with bobbins and some cross stitch haul, and my plans, and then I have two giveaways at the end, if you stay to the end. So anyway, let's move on and get this going. My finish, if you probably know this because every month I do this, and I try to get it done by the first week, is I'm working on the Lizzie Kate Flip It series. And the June Flip It there is a cute little bee skep with some flowers around the Stamp It. So this is actually the Stamp It Flip It series. I'm stitching this on 28 count vintage country mocha, the Zweigart brand, where it is printed on the front, the modeling, and on the back it is just plain. So I did substitute out some colors on this. I substituted out the lemon chiffon on it for I substituted in place of squash the lemon chiffon, which was for these bees, their yellow part. And then also the white part, no, not the white, no more switching on the bees. I also did the Floss Romance in place of Aztec Red for this darker flower here. And it's all Weeks Dyeworks threads. And I replaced with the bee skep, I was not totally happy with the colors that they had, and I didn't have them anyway. So I replaced the bee skep colors with Havana for the brown instead of molasses, and an unknown golden thread in place of amber. I'm not sure what kind of thread it was, and sorry, I can't tell you that one. But those are my replacements. The rest were the called for colors. And I'm doing this 2 floss threads over 2 fabric threads, and that's probably about it. This one got done. Glad about that. So I'm keeping going on these, and that was my ultimate goal. And so here's my FO on Lizzie Kate's Flip It series. Stamp It. Okay, my next piece is temperature topography. And this is a piece that Stitch and Mommy from Floss Tube and Etsy created, one of her temperature pieces. Okay. I think I'll fold this up because this is a longer piece of fabric. So you can see what it's been looking like. I am stitching this on a 32 count Lugana called Peanut by Bee Stitch Me Fabrics. I'm in their monthly fabric club, and I decided to use one of their fabrics. Farther back here, this probably gives you a little bit of more an idea. It's kind of a creamy color. And I think I said it was 32 count. I'm using, she has several different temperature charts, and I'm using the 4-degree range for my colors, the varied one. And first of all, I finished the Y. And the Y had our one last of in the low 60s. That was that green right there. Then it varied some in the high 60s, in the 70s, maybe up to about 78. Then we got into June, and we went crazy, which is Utah. Wait 5 minutes and you go crazy. These are high temperatures. They vary and range from about 90 degrees, 32 degrees Celsius, up to 99. We almost made 100, but not quite, which is 37 degrees Celsius. So that was quite a jump. Now, when I get into the U, I know it's going to be a little lower than that. We might go back to some, we'll stay with some oranges and stuff, but we might go back to some yellows and light oranges also, because we have gone down in our temperature some. I'm stitching this 2 floss threads over 2 fabric threads, and enjoying this quite a bit. It's been a fun stitch, and I've been getting enough variety by using the chart I'm using, the varied 4 degree range. It's possible it may not be as varied now that we're into the hot months, but I'm all right with that. So it'll just show more of the reds and the oranges. Okay, next piece that I worked on was a stitch along with my friend Melanie, who has the Floss Tube yarns and threads, and it was her birthday sale that a few of us started up with her, and she wanted to do a blackbird piece from Souvenirs of Summer, so that's what we did, and we are doing America. And as soon as I find it here, let's see, there we go. This is what it's going to look like finished. So Melanie loves Blackbird designs. So when they reissued this, she wanted to do a piece from that. Melanie is done with hers, by the way, but I'm still working on it. I'm stitching this on, it's Lakeside Linen 32 count, but I lost the tag for it, so I'm not sure which Lakeside it is. I just know it was a piece of scrap fabric from a larger sampler that I was using. But I thought it would go very well with this piece. So, but I do know the floss I'm using, thank goodness, and it is General Arts. It's Gassed Sampler Threads Bing Cherry, if you're interested. And I thought this looked very nice, the reds. This red with this complementary fabric. I am stitching this 2 floss threads over 2 fabric threads, and I'm going to push for a finish on this in the next couple weeks, I'm hoping. As you can see from the piece, I've still got just a little bit of these flowers here, America, and then I've got to decide what number I'm going to put down there. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I might do 1776, or I might do our the year right now. Haven't decided. That's why I'm leaving it till the last. But I am getting closer to finish on this, so I think I would like to push for a finish. Get this done. Let's see, is there anything else? Nope, that's it. So that's America. Okay, another sale that I just started last Friday on June 4th was Kesslin's Cross Stitch Fun. This was a Needlework Expo release for the virtual Needlework Expo. Love this piece. Fell in love with it the second it came out. It's such a quirky Quaker, I call it. Actually, I know that there's a designer who does little sample quirky Quakers, but I kind of call it the big quirky Quaker. And as you can see, it's because there's all kinds of interesting objects in this, if you look close. So all kinds. So that's why I really enjoyed the look of it. You can do it in a like many different colors. But I already knew that I wanted to do monochromatic, and I already had my idea on what I wanted to do on it. So anyway, I had been conversing with Shelly, Key Stitch, who is also on Floss Tube, and her and I had fallen in love with this at Expo. So we mutually together decided to do a sale. Well, when I mentioned it on my last Floss Tube, Sarah, Stitchy Mommy on Floss Tube, wanted to join in, and so we did a video chat on last Friday, and the 3 of us started this pattern. I'm using sulky thread for this, one strand. And this is a smoky gray. And my fabric is Zweigart's Vintage Stormy Night. Again, one of those fabrics from Zweigart where it has the modeling on the front and just straight color on the back where it's printed on. Let's see if I can put something over the back of this, because this is just really turning out nice. I really love it. I love just the right amount of, I like that smoky gray on this fabric very much. I am stitching it one floss thread over one fabric thread on 25 count, because since this is a 400 long by 200 and some wide, it's quite a large piece, so I didn't want it totally enormous, so that's why I'm going on 25 count, 1 over 1. And I do love this. This is, oh, I fell in love with this piece. I'm sure I'm taking this with me to do some work on it as I travel. I think that is it on that one. Whoops. Okay, go crashing down on the floor, guys. Okay. I'm surprised I got as many done as I did. Of course, it's been 2 weeks since I've talked to you last, so that's probably why. Okay, I did one more new start. I started this on May 29th, so it was at the end of May, but I did not do a floss tube until now, so that's been a couple weeks. I started this with my friend Lonnie. She's a local stitcher. And this is the Scarlet House's Mary T. Bloom 1824 sampler. She mentioned she was starting it for her Stitch Mania. So I had this piece kitted up. I love it. And so I said I'd start it on the same day. So I got a little bit of work done on it. Not a lot, but I didn't get it out of the Q-snaps. But I can show you anyway. This is 32 count Lakeside Linen Vintage Sand Dune. So, with the called for overdyed threads. And you can kind of see there the coloring on some of the threads. Real pretty. Just a very, very pretty border. And just a little start of the letters. So, even though this is not particularly showing up well on here, however I show it, but it is very pretty if you get to see it personally. The colors really aren't showing up well, but they are very pretty. I'm stitching this two floss threads over 2 fabric threads also. So I think that's about it on this one. Not sure when I'm getting back to it, but I plan on it. And then I just have one other whip that I worked on this week, because I knew I needed to start getting hustling on my zombie run pieces with my 400 stitches at least a month. And since I've been doing well on that and getting some pieces finished, I want to continue. So the one I picked out to do, since I'm going to be gone so much this month and into next month, I decided that I didn't want to be taking my scroll rods to on my trips. So I decided to punch out my 400 stitches on my scroll rod piece, which is Needle Treasure's Feeding Time. If any of you have been watching for a while, you see this every month. The little Hummel girl with her chickens. This is actually a kit piece, and you can still find the Needle Treasure Hummels for reasonable prices on eBay if you look. All kinds of them. Anyway, this is a kit with the kit fabric and thread. It's 2 floss threads over 1 Aida square, because this is on 14 count Aida. What I had done before on this was this rooster here. I had finished his tail and the top part of him down, and I'd finished his head. So what I worked on this time was filling in the rest of his body, probably from here all the way down to here and around here. and also finished up the tail on the hen. And I got 416 stitches. So I'll be able to put this away until July. I'll bring it with me to the to my other travels, but I don't have to take it with me to my first set of travels, which I will let you know what's going on in my life updates in a minute. So it is coming along. And the next time, I'm not sure what I'm going to work on the next time. That was something I was trying to figure out. I'll probably end up filling in the rest of the hen. I want to get the chickens all done and the little chick. We'll see how many stitches that ends up being. And then if it's not 400 plus, then I will start moving down into the grass, and I will be getting to a finish soon. So that is feeding time. So those are all my whips. Okay, on to, I've got one Happy Mail. I received this cute card from one of my Floss Tube commenters, Charlotte Jorgensen. Isn't that beautiful? I just love those sunflowers with that beautiful blue-purple in the back. Thank you so much, Charlotte, for your kind card and words. I appreciate that. I also have a little bit of haul, mostly monthly haul, and nothing actually from any purchases that I have done. So I'm holding my purchases for an upcoming purchases I want to make. This month, Color and Cotton sent mine in a little, I don't know if other people have gotten this already, but she sent it in a little package, and then it says Color and Cotton May 2021 Thread Club, and I get all 10 skeins for the Thread Club, all colors. So anyway, I thought that was a cute little card that came with it. Lately, I've been just putting my flosses on a ring, and then I can show them to you a little easier and tell you what the colors are. So since this is all colors, I have some prims, and I also have some brights. This one is Foxglove. This one is Isla, I-S-L-A. Beautiful, like blue. This is Peep. That would have worked good on feeding time. But feeding time is a little duller colors for the chickens, but maybe for the babies. This is Peachy. And this one is Ballet Slippers. So those are all the bright colors for this month. So pretty. And then the prim colors that she sent. This is Dried Lavender. The next one is French Blue. Okay, the next one is Viridian. It's kind of green tones. The next one is Alchemy, a nice brown, light brown. And the last one is Glazed Carrots. So those are the prim ones I got this time. Always nice threads from her. Okay, what else? Oh, my Be Stitched Me fabric of the month. This month, every month I get 32 count Lugana in a fat quarter. And this month's is Stonehenge. Real pretty gray, model gray. That shows up pretty good there. I always love getting my fabrics from them. So, love it, love it, love it. Now, I also have some lace haul. No lace to show, but I do have lace haul. I have several friends in my Beehive Lace Guild group. And one of my friends, an older lady, she is doing some downsizing. So she was getting rid of some of her ivory bobbins. I mean, some of her bone bobbins and some of her ivory bobbins. So I bought 2 pairs from her. And this is one pair that I got. These are some bone bobbins. This is called spangling, putting the beads at the end, so it gives it some kind of weight when you're working on your patterns. So I thought those were so pretty with it, with the carving around them. So I couldn't pass those ones up. I got those from her. And then I also got this other pair from her. These are so pretty too, with the carving in them. And then another friend I had, when I was talking to her about these that I picked up, she said, well, would you like something from me? And I'm going, oh, of course I would. So anyway, my friend Becca let me pick from among some of her bobbins. And this will remind me when I work on my lace, these two will remind me of Becca, my friend Becca. This one with a pretty rose on it. And then the other with some pretty flowers on it. And they both have like really interesting spangles at the end. This one has like a rolling bead in the middle. So, and this one says, let's see, this is Rose Ground Bobbin of the Month. So she was also doing Bobbin of the Month. So that's a Bobbin of the Month bobbin. And then also I got my own Bobbins of the Month, which I get. Sometimes they're delayed, and a lot of times she'll send them every 2 months. So I get two every 2 months, like one a month. And that's because it takes them a while to actually work on them and do them. Anyway, this one is called Lace Aloe. It's Cactus Bobbin of the Month. So it's a painted lace aloe plant. And then they actually, let's see, how can I do this here? They actually paint on the name of it too. So that's pretty. And then the other one, this was fun. This is called White Lace Hedgehog Cactus. Get a load of that. It's a hedgehog cactus. So, and there's the name. Hedgehog cactus. Hooray! Perfect for me. So that's my haul. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention, and it's here on my notes. I should have put it into whips, but I only got about 100 stitches on my lace maker piece, and it was in the white, so I opted not to bring it and show it. It'll just look the same as it always does. So, and I'm not keeping up on my challenge all that well, but I plan on taking it with me on my travels. So, and I will be working on it. I don't normally take my pattern keeper pieces on my travels because they're larger and they have more threads. And I don't want to cart along my Kindle and charge it and stuff, but I'm going to have to in order to try to catch up on that. So anyway, that was all that got done on that, so I didn't show it. Okay, plans. Let's see. I'm still finalizing my plans. But for sure, I need to finish my monthly block on Talavera, the Linen and Threads Mystery Cell. So I will be taking that with me and working on that block and finishing that block up. Maybe getting some other stitching finished on the side sections too. I'm also going to work on and finish on America. I also want to work on and finish, if I can, Cat's Reflection, which I did not bring in this time, as I did not work on it at all during my trip or afterwards. So I had to concentrate on a few other to-dos. So I'm going to bring that with me and maybe hopefully get a finish on that one. I'm also bringing along Sheep May Safely Graze and Harriet Elizabeth Coe for they're my zombie run pieces. So they will go along with me to both my travels, as well as Feeding Time Here and my Mirabilia Garden Prelude. Those are my 4 zombie runs. They will travel with me on my second trip because I'll be gone a long time, as I will mention in my life updates. I'll also bring along Lace Maker, which I just mentioned, and Cross Stitch Fun, which I have just been enjoying. It's still up in the air as to what else I might bring with me. So, but those are the plans for right now and ones I will definitely be working on. So. Okay, on to my life updates. As you know, those who have watched me before, I traveled to Southern California to go to my niece's wedding. I left on, I believe, the 28th, and I got back on June 2nd, which was my actual filming day, so I opted to wait a week to film again. And I traveled down and stayed with my sister, She was about an hour away from the wedding, which wasn't too bad, so I can crash at her place. Even though it was a surprise to see her again, I was glad to see her, and I really had no desire. I brought my stitching with me, but I had no desire to stitch while I was there. It was my stitchy bug was gone for some reason. It could have been my thoughts. My thoughts were wrapped up in Kim, who is battling stage 4 brain cancer, and her wedding, and just being with my sister, spending time with her, talking with her, and so I was just wrapped up in that and really didn't have a whole lot of stitchy bug with me. So when I probably wouldn't have had much to show that Wednesday, even if I had been back. Most of my stitching got done the week after. I seemed to get it back when I got home. The wedding went well. It was really nice. My niece had to be in a wheelchair. It was a surprise to me to see her not. She was doing much worse than what I had seen her last. I was so glad to be there. Her fiance sat down also. They exchanged rings sitting, her in her wheelchair. I got to see a lot of other cousins. I mean, not cousins, actually. Nieces and nephews. I got to see practically every niece and nephew from my husband's side, because Kim is my niece from my husband, Chris. And my 2 daughters flew down, and I picked them up at their hotel, and we went over to the wedding together. And they also were able to meet up with their other aunt, my sister, who also came down and met us. We went out to a place to eat, and then we shopped a little. So that was very nice to get together and do that. Trying to think. I did on my way back, on my way there and back, I always stop in St. George. I have a good friend who allows me to stay at her place, whether she's there or not. On the way back, when I stayed there, I did pick up my stitching. I started working again on America, so got a hunkering to do that. When I got back, I actually got my stitchy bug back. I got quite a bit of stitching done, which I'm pretty happy as I look at this pile. And also did some gardening. I needed to, and I wanted to too. There were some plants that I wanted to plant. I had gotten some cactus and succulents, which I love, for Mother's Day. And I had pots that I gotten too, and I wanted to plant them. So I did that, and also put down some extra garden soil and mulch around some of the planter beds. So now I'm settling down and getting my travel itinerary plans done and packing for StitchCon, which I will be leaving for this coming Friday on June 11th. I am not going to StitchCon week 1. StitchCon 1. It's not week. I guess it could be week 1, but it's only 3 days. I am not going to StitchCon 1. I'm going to StitchCon 2. But I am going to be in the Cincinnati, Ohio area for 10 days. I am flying there with my friend and fellow Floss tuber, Brenda, Hamwork Maniac. We are taking the same flight there and back. And we are going to spend time there stitching and enjoying ourselves and just crashing, stitching, relaxing. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. We will not crash StitchCon 1, but we will be stitching. We are staying at the Live-In, which is right next door to the Hyatt, to the conference center and the Hyatt. So some of the time we will be stitching upstairs in the Live-In, and some of the time we're going to be stitching in the entry area of the Hyatt. Not really at anywhere near where the conference area is, because we are not supposed to be there then, but we're going to probably stitch in the couches right near the front of it some too. So if any of you are going back and forth, if you're at StitchCon 1, feel free to come say hi to us. We will both be there stitching. And then we'll be at StitchCon 2 for those days, and then we'll fly back on Monday, June 21st. So we will be doing a stitching binge for 10 days, so looking forward to that. When I get back, I'll just have a couple days turnaround, and then we will be heading to the River House in Washougal, Washington. our second home. And we're going to stay there for almost a month. My sister's going to drive up during the month and stay a few days with us, and we're going to get a chance to do some hiking together, which I love. And I will be doing floss tubes from there. A little bit different arrangement than this, but I will be keeping up on my floss tubes. And but it will be 2 weeks, probably. Yeah, it'll be two weeks before I will get to another one, though, because I won't be doing a floss tube during StitchCon, and I will not be doing one right after, because on my Wednesday, because that's when I will be traveling to Washington. So it won't be for 2 weeks. So there will be a 2-week break again. So anyway, that's my itinerary for now. As you can tell, it's pretty busy. So now before I end, I said I have a couple giveaways. It was hilarious with the giveaways. I have to tell you a story here before I get on to them. I got this when I was down in California in February. I met up with some lace friends. One of my lace friends had a whole bunch of stitching stuff from her mother-in-law who had passed away. And this is one thing that she had, which I thought was so fun. It was like a picnic basket. Now I already have baskets for my my works in progress, but I immediately thought to myself, this would be a really good basket for my giveaway pieces. So as you can, I don't know if you can tell or not without it falling out, but I have giveaway pieces in there. So I put them all in there, and I totally forgot where they were. I kept looking around the room, all my regular places that I put all my giveaways, because I was going to do more. Couldn't find them. I didn't have any other giveaways because I didn't have any. They were all like 50 or whatever of them were inside this picnic basket. Unfortunately, I stuck the picnic basket back in my other craft room before I left for the trip to the wedding, and it completely flew out of my mind. So for like, or no, it was even before then, I put it away, and I could not find it. I mean, I could not find my giveaways. Finally, one time I saw my picnic basket, and I thought, oh, what should I do with my picnic basket? And I looked inside of it, and I go, oh, there's where the giveaways were. Ugh, I can't believe it. How much longer am I going to be able to do floss tube with even remembering things? So maybe I should do it all the time, because then I'll have a better memory. I'll make myself remember. So since you guys, since I found my picnic basket with my giveaways, now I can do some giveaways. I won't be able to send them, or I won't be able to actually pick the giveaway until my next floss tube, which will be a couple weeks, but that'll give you a little bit of time. So anyway, the first one that I'm giving away is one that I already finished, which you've seen, Long May She Wave by Little House Needleworks. This was such a fun pattern to stitch. So I'm going to be giving this one away, and I want you to put in the comments below WAVE, W-A-V-E, in your comments, and you'll be entered. I'll do the random giveaway for anybody who puts WAVE. So that's the first giveaway. The second giveaway came in my lace friend's mother-in-law's things that she gave away. This is a Stony Creek. They were not all, there was not all the homes of the months. There's just a few, but they did happen to have July, and I thought this was quite appropriate for summer for a giveaway. So this is a Stony Creek Home of the Month, July. It says summertime and the living is easy. This is a cute pattern. So, and I don't think it's too big. I think it's probably, yeah, it's about the same size actually, even though this is like a big pamphlet size picture. It's about the same size as Long May She Wave. So another easily doable piece. So with this one, put July in the comments below if you're interested in this one. And I will pick them next week. And I'll bring them with me to Washington and send them out from Washington if I get everybody's info in time. So those are the giveaways. Okay, one more thing, and I will end this and get back to packing for StitchCon. So, and planning. I'm doing still remembering my daily gratitude. It came open on a July part, and it shows this person on the bridge. I don't know if any of you have ever gone on bridges like that. I have. There is so much fun. But the last time I went on a bridge like this, it was actually kind of scary Maybe my age is creeping up on me. Before I used to like run across them and bounce across them. Now, not so much. Anyway, this says, no, no, the adventures first. Explanations take such a dreadful time. And that's from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So, that's so funny. Explanations take so much time. Let's get the adventures. And I could see how that could be from Alice in Wonderland. So anyway, remember the adventures. Maybe not so much the explanations. So anyway, remember to see the good in the world see the good and the beauty in the world out there when you travel, if you get a chance this summer, and at home too. It's out there, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm sure you guys are too. So you all take care, and I'll see you in a couple weeks, hopefully, and happy stitching, everybody. Bye-bye.